Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're going to be having a look at the solo from 7 Pillars of Wisdom by Sabaton. This was requested by Carlos Sepulveda. Hope I pronounced that right. Let's have a look at the solo, guys. Alright guys, tuning for the song is going to be standard E tuning. Get yourself in tune and let's get started. Alright guys, so we're going to be starting off with this little phrase. This is a little bit before the main solo kind of starts in. You can hear it kind of like, behind the vocals before the solo. And we're going to be sliding into 12 off the second string. And then we're going to do a hammer onto a pull-off going 12, 14, 12. And then we'll play 11. So we have, and now we have, I'm gonna slide to 12 again, but now we're gonna hit it again and then go into 14 with vibrato. So we have, and now the main solo starts, and we're gonna be starting off with a kind of a little rhythmic open string phrase. Here's how it goes. Alright guys, now the main solo is gonna come in and we're gonna have this phrase. So what we're doing here, essentially, we're going to be starting off on 12 of a second string. We're going to hit that, and we're going to play the open string twice, alright? Alright, now we're going to repeat that again. And then we're going to do it the third time, but now we're going to play the open once. So it goes... Alright, now after that, we're going to go over to the 19th fret. We're going to do the same idea. So 19 open twice, 19 open twice, and then 19 open once. So we have... Alright, now we're going to do, again, a similar idea, but now we're going to be changing up frets a bit. So essentially it's going to be 17 open twice, 19 open twice, and then 20 open once. So it would go... So the whole open string phrase. Alright, now after that we're going to do... We're going to be playing 19 on the second, and then 19 on the first, and we're going to let those string out together. And then I'm going back to 19 on the second, I'm hitting it twice, all while kind of letting the note on the first string still ring out, so... Alright, so to recap, slowly. Alright, now we're going to have some more, like, again, a ring out phrase. We're going to be doing... Alright, so what we're going to do here is that we're going to be sliding into 16 of a third. And the fingering I'm going to be doing for this, I'm going to be sliding with the ring finger. And I'm going to play 14 on the second with my index. And then I'm going to go back to 16 of a third. Of course, you want to let everything ring out. Now we have... And again, similar idea, you want everything to ring out. We're going to be sliding in with the middle finger to 12 of the third. And then we're going to play 10 on the second with the index, and then 12 on the second with the ring. So we have... Alright, and then finally, sliding in with the index to 14 of the third, 14 of the second with the middle, and then back to 14 of the third. Letting everything ring out. And now finally... I just kind of put my index finger up a bit to the fourth string, the 14th fret. We're going to do a pinch harmonic there with vibrato. There we go. Alright, so what we have so far is... Alright, now we have this little cool phrase. So what we're going to do here is essentially just some double picking. We're going to be picking each note here twice, and they're mainly going to be palm muted. It's going to be on the 4th string in the beginning, 9, 12, and then 9. So we have now 11, and now 12 on the 5th, and then we go back to 9 on the 4th. So we have, and then we're gonna do 9 on the 5th, but this is gonna be one palm mute, and then the next hit will kind of be with vibrato, and you just let it ring out. Alright, and then the second one, you're gonna do the same, the exact same thing, but once you, after 12 of the 5th, you're gonna hit the 9 of the 4th with vibrato and a pinch harmonic. So we have, alright, now we're gonna go up and we're gonna be doing some arpeggios, some sweep picked arpeggios. It's gonna be a minor shape. We're gonna sweep pick into a melodic phrase. It's gonna be a very kind of like fast sudden sweep. It just kind of has the effect of leading into the melodic phrase. So we're gonna be hammering on the 5th string from 14 to 17. We're gonna be playing on the 4th, and then the 3rd, 16 and then 16, and this is gonna be barred with the ring finger. Now 15 on the 2nd, 14 on the 1st, and that's kind of like the sweep part. What's gonna come after is 19, 17, 15, and then 14. 14 is gonna go a little bit longer than the others, so after holding it for a bit, you're gonna do a hammer on to 15 and then pull back off to 14. And you wanna go back and pick 12, alright, to kind of resolve. Alright, so you have, alright, that's pretty much the entirety of the first section. Let's have another look at it slowly with some taps. Alright guys, now the second section is going to start off like this. So what we're doing here is that we're going to be also once again sweeping into a melodic phrase. We're going to have 12 on the 3rd and then 12 on the 2nd. It's going to be barred, and then we're going to have 10 on the 1st and then 15 on the 1st. And now we're going to do a half tone bend on 14. So this would go, we're gonna hit the 14 again, doing a bend and release after that. So we have half tone bend and then half tone bend and release. So keep in mind like the timing of that, alright? And now we're gonna do a quick hammer on to a pull off going 12, 14, 12. And now we're gonna do 10, 12, and then 14, alright? And then we're now at this point we're gonna play 17, kind of like as a full tone bend, and then we're gonna hammer on from 14 to 15 on the 1st, and we're gonna do a bend on 17 with vibrato again. So the first bend is without vibrato and the second one is with vibrato. So to recap, alright, now the next part is gonna So we're going to be sliding into 14 of the second with our index finger, and we're going to do kind of a slight bend there, a half-tone bend. And now we're going to do, that's going 15, 17, 14, 15, 17. And then 14 on the first. And now that's going 15, 17, 14, 15, 14. So what we have so far is, excuse me, now we're gonna play 16 on the third, and then 14 on the third, 16 on the third after that, and then we resolve on 14. So that would go. Alright, so to recap everything so far. Alright, now we have this phrase. So we are going to be sliding into 11 of the third, and we're going to play 12, 14, 15 on the second, going like this. And now 12 on the second, open, 14 on the second, open. So we have, and now we're going to do 17 on the second as a full tone bend. Alright, and this is going to lead us into the last part of the solo, which is this tapping phrase. Alright, so we're going to be tapping some scalar stuff here. We're going to be starting off on the 4th string, the 11th fret, that's going to be the tap. We're going to pull off to 8 and then hammer to 9. And now we're going to do 12 on the 3rd, and we are going to pull off to 9 and then hammer to 11. Alright, now we're going to do 14 on the 2nd, pulling off to 11 and then hammering to 12. And then we're going to do on the 1st string, 14 as a tap, pull off to 10, hammer to 12. So we have so far. Now we go back to the same shape we had on the 2nd string, we do it again. And then we go to the 1st string, but now we're going to tap 15, pull off to 12, and then hammer to 14. And then after that we'll have on the 2nd string, 15 as a tap, pull off to 11, hammer to 14. So we'd have, alright, now on the 3rd string we're going to tap 16, pull off to 12, hammer to 15. Excuse me. Alright, and then on the 4th string we are going to tap 17, pull off to 14, and then hammer 16. Alright, now when you get to the 5th string we are going to be tapping 17, pulling off to 13. Hammer to 14 and then 16. So pull off to 13, and I will hit 14 with the pick and vibrato. So we have. Alright, so that would go the entirety of it. Alright guys, that's the entirety of the 2nd section. Let's have another look at it slowly with some taps. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this lesson for the solo from 7 Pillars of Wisdom by Sabaton. Be sure to check out the link in the description below for our Sabaton lesson playlist for more Sabaton lessons. If you have a request, whether it's a solo lesson or a riff lesson, leave it in the comments below. And happy shredding guys.